Have you found yourself wanting to cultivate new friendships and new relationships because you have moved to a new place or you have grown apart from your current set of friends? If so, keep watching. Hello, I am Janae Emily Utley, aka The Fitness Gym, and I am your holistic lifestyle maven and possibility trainer. I want to welcome you back to the channel of possibilities. So the topic of friendship is something that I have discussed on this channel before. I will link it in the cards right here as it relates to toxic relationships, toxic friendships. But what I wanted to discuss specifically today was that gray area of when you know that something is missing in your friendship circle and you want to do something about that, right? Whether it be, like I said before, you've moved to a new city, or you and your old friends, y'all are just not seeing eye to eye anymore. You know, stuff has changed. You're at just different places in your life, whether that's a positive thing or a negative thing. Sometimes we have people who go on and maybe they, get married or have babies, and you're just at a different spot, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing, but maybe you just need some more people who are in, the stage of life that you are in, that you want to connect with and collaborate with. So for me, I never had like day ones, right? Like I've never had friends since the womb. That's something that I deeply desired and that I wanted and I wished for, but it's just not my story. And I'm okay with that now. My really, really, really good girlfriends I met in college. We had common interests, whether it was from sports or majors or activities and events that we went to, but like the girls who I met in college, like those are my girls, right? So after I graduated from college and moved back home, we all were just like all over the place, like literally all over the place. But I still had friends at home and I had my family at home. Well, when I got married, I moved to Michigan, and Michigan is 12 hours away from my hometown. So literally, I went from having, a base of friends in college, and when I moved back home, to having no one but my husband. And really it's a blessing. It's like a double-sided blessing, meaning, when anything happened with my husband and I, like we just had each other. We had to look at each other in the eyes and be like, I can't go nowhere, you can't go nowhere, we got to work it out. So that really equipped us to build a solid foundation of communication early on in our marriage. But when I came here, I got to the point where I got really lonely, if I'm being honest, like really, really lonely. And I didn't realize that was a part of it. And I was crying all the time and sad all the time, and I was like, what's going on? And God revealed to me one day, like, Janae, you're not alone, you're lonely. And so I was like, okay, so I really need to connect and get connected with people, because at first it really wasn't a big deal when I came here, because that's when I was transitioning offline to online, putting my business online. So like all of my effort, all of my energy was focused on creating programs and creating services that I felt called to do and I felt passionate about. So when I got to the point where I was lonely, I was like, okay, let me work. And this is the thing about friendships. Just like anything in life, they require work. Now, do not associate the word work with it being difficult and hard, right? All work isn't back-breaking, bone-chilling work, right? But if you want something and you want something to be successful, you have to work, whether it's your grades, your relationships, your marriage, your hair, your skin. It requires some level of work. So I knew that I was going to have to put some work in to like build some real mutually beneficial relationships. So I started going to events in the area. Now, when I first got here, I told myself I was going to hit the ground running, which I did. Like the first month that I was here, I was doing stuff like hitting people up on Instagram to try to like connect people who had the same interest of fitness with me. But that quickly died down because, again, I was so focused into my business. So when I read back up and I was like, okay, Janae, now you really need to try to do this again and really try to connect with some women, some strong women who are of like mind, I started going to events. And one of the first events that I went to here was the Powerful Women's Weekend. And I had a blast, like legitimately had a blast there. And I live in Metro Detroit, and that event was actually in Ann Arbor, which is about an hour away. So on the way to the event, I had a moment and where I really just prayed to God, because I was nervous. Like, anytime you put yourself out there or you try something new or you're trying to, meet new people, it can be very like, with your heart could be racing fast, just general nervousness. And in the car, I prayed to God. I said, God, please send mutually beneficial relationships my way. Give me discernment to see, genuine people that you would have me to connect with in this season of my life. Because I really wanted to be intentional. And actually, from that event, I met some girls who were organizing their own event, and they asked me to come and be a speaker at that event, the Unlock Summit. And at the Unlock Summit, I met a couple of girls who were just cool girls, and I built friendships and relationships from that. And one of the people that I met at the Unlock Summit is Janae, and y'all have seen Janae on my channel a couple of times, but that's how that relationship came. And at that event, I also met Shanice, and she is the creator and founder of YP Empire. And if you watch my vlogs, you know that I was a part of her Afrocentric X event. It's amazing how these kind of things work when you really put yourself out there. So if you know you are at a new place and you want, more positive friends, or you want people who are at your level in life, or you're like me, you completely moved to a new area and you want friends, it's time to get out and go to some events. I went on meetup.com and found some groups. I went on Eventbrite. I went on Instagram and just searched for some events and just go. And I know it's, can be uncomfortable, and you can be nervous and all of this when you're putting yourself out there to meet new people, especially if they've had friends in the area or whatever for a really long time, so they're already clicked up, and you kind of don't want to be the oddball out, but you still have to put yourself out there. And one thing that I want to encourage you to do is pray and ask God to really send you some mutually beneficial relationships, some people who are positive, some people who are God-fearing, that are going to hold you accountable and lift you up. Also, take the pressure off of yourself, because a lot of the events that I went to were, I guess, technically, quote unquote, networking events, but I kind of took the networking label off of that, because that just really, really makes me nervous. It makes me feel like I have to perform and present a presentation. So I kind of took that pressure off myself, and I was like, I'm just going to have fun. That's it. I'm going to have fun and meet some new people. I'm not trying to, jam down people's throat what I do in my business. And I ain't trying to get stuff jammed down my throat about people, what they do, trying to hand out cards, If I saw somebody and I liked their personality and I liked, their energy, and they were fun, we talked and we exchanged information. It was just that, right? So take the pressure off yourself to feel like you have to go to these networking, events and feel like you have to make these elevator pitches. No, because when I took all of that pressure off myself, I had so much fun, and I really, really, really connected with some genuine girls and cultivated some genuine friendships. If you are looking for an event to go to, I am having Curls and Kicks Fitness Party on June 17th. 2017 in the Metro Detroit area. Now, you don't only have to live in the area to come to the event. I'm talking to my girls and my peeps in Ohio. I'm talking to my girls in Canada and Toronto. I'm talking to my Indiana girls. I'm talking to my Chicago girls. I'm talking to my New York girls. What's up? Where you at? You are more than welcome and definitely invited to the Curls and Kicks Fitness Party. It is set to be an event that we are going to not only work out together, but have fun and collaborate and connect and truly form a sisterhood. I want you guys to leave this event with some girls that, y'all grow to have a really, really, really solid friendship, sisterhood, and love for one another. All right, girls, that's all I have for now. So in the comment section below, write any tips or advice that you have for cultivating new friendships and meeting new people. I look forward to reading them. And until next time, bye. Be blessed.